Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one we have a bunch of update news to talk about. I'm talking about a possible new event coming soon. We're going to talk about things maybe pointing towards that. Also possible new skins if you take a look at a certain clue in game, as well as some breaking news about how Tfue is very likely leaving FaZe soon. So yeah guys, we have a ton of big news to go over in today's video. And if you enjoy it, as always, you can support me by using code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. I appreciate it a ton. Encourages me to make more of these videos. And also guys, hit that like button down below if you're excited for a new update just around the corner. And also while you're at it, comment down below which skin is better, Demi or Sentinel. I'm curious to see which one you guys prefer. And also guys, in regards to my giveaway I did for my week 2 challenges guide, the winner that was chosen, their name starts with Winged M on YouTube. I left a comment on their channel page, so if that's you, please check your channel page. But yeah guys, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it. Let's start off with one of the big things I have to talk about. We got a few small things as well, but we'll sprinkle those in. But this first thing I think is very interesting because it has to do with like some story type stuff related to Neo Tilted. Now, as you guys know, Neo Tilted is obviously the brand new futuristic city. It's got all the crazy stuff going on with it. It's a fun place to go, got some good loot and stuff like that. But obviously, you know, there's got to be some stuff happening with it as the season goes on, as the story goes on for season 9, and then obviously season 10 after that. We don't know a lot of like what the story is going forward, besides, you know, we're in the future and stuff like that. However, there's recently been found a clue that could point towards Neo Tilted losing power. Now this clue, big thanks to Nicholas on Twitter for tweeting me about this and pointing it out. But if you take a look at the power cord that, you know, powers Neo Tilted, you look at it, it goes from the vault and, you know, goes all the way over to Neo Tilted. So obviously the vault is what's powering the city. However, if you go over to the end of it right around here, you can actually see in between the power cables a little bit if you go into the replay mode. And as you can see inside of there are actually a bunch of like cross sections of smaller cables inside. Now don't worry, in just a sec I'll show you a little bit of a better view. There's another spot you can sort of see through and get a better idea of this cross section, but you can tell that there's a bunch of, you know, crossed wires. Like if you were to cut this wire in half, you would see all these exposed wires, which is very interesting, because why would they spend the time to add this detail to this, since obviously nobody would be seeing it unless it was planned on being cut. That's right guys, so this leads me to think that it's possible Neo Tilted could lose power by having this cord cut in half, hence why they modeled and designed this little inside piece to have all the smaller wires. So yeah, who knows, maybe something crazy is gonna happen, maybe some, you know, villain or something is going to cut this cord and then Neo Tilted will turn off and stuff like that. There's a lot of possibilities here, but I definitely wanted to point that out. That's very interesting. Then after that guys, let's talk about some possible new skins coming into the game soon. This is based off of a clue that you can actually find in game, but I find it very peculiar that they would include this detailed of stuff in game unless it had something to do with like a brand new skin coming into the item shop and stuff like that. So yeah guys, possible new skins, always fun to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Now specifically, as I said, there's a clue in game that shows some things that could possibly be skins in the future. Now if you want to see these yourself, basically where you want to go is over to Mega Mall, one of the brand new locations for this season. Now inside of Mega Mall there's a ton of interesting details, a ton of stuff to explore. There's like an arcade and stuff like that. However, if you go onto the top floor into the toys store, you will see these 2 mannequins right here, which are very interesting. Now these right here I think could have the possibility, and actually I think it's a pretty good possibility to be honest, that they could be skins that come into the item shop. I mean, just take a look at how detailed they are. And again, similar to how like the cables, I mean, you've got the yellow guy on the left with like an interesting like mascot type head, you know, he's got the bow tie and stuff like that. He's also even got these weird like cords, which I don't really understand why. These kind of remind me of like Five Nights at Freddy's, like creepy animatronics or stuff like that. And then you've got the red guy on the right that is similar but a bit different and modeled a bit different. But again, the reason I think these are pointing towards being possible skins in the item shop, it's actually very similar to, you know, how that cord, the one powering Neo Tilted. But when you take a look at stuff like this, you have to look at it as somebody's job was to go in and model these. So the fact that they are so detailed and specific, it would make sense that these wouldn't just be random, you know, world details that barely anybody would see. It just doesn't seem like something that would just be for or, you know, some details around the map. It seems much more likely that these could be models for skins in the item shop, and this is like a preview of those. So again, that's just a theory right now, but it just makes sense. I don't think they would spend so much time creating these just to have them be little mannequins in one of the shops at Mega Mall. So yeah, guys, always cool. Always love talking about possible new skins. So there you go on that. But after that then, guys, let's talk about some really big news that was just put up today, but it is about how Tfue is very likely leaving FaZe Clan very, very soon over some like contract disagreements and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting, so let's go over some of the details, and I'll try to summarize it the best I can. This info comes from The Hollywood Reporter, so I'll leave a link to that article down below in the description, so check that out for the more official details. I'll try my best to summarize it, but be sure to check out that article for the more official stuff about it. But basically, guys, yeah, Tfue has had some disagreements with FaZe, as it appears to turn out. He's even pursuing legal action, as it looks like, in regards to his contract, and there's a bunch of stuff around that. According to the article, he only gets around 20% of the money brought in from like branded videos and stuff that are on YouTube or social media, Twitch, stuff like that. And on top of that, it says that he's not able to take other brand deals outside of the ones that FaZe Clan provides. So stuff like that is why he seems to be unhappy with this and why he's seeking to get out of the contract and leave FaZe Clan, apparently. Also, according to this article, it says that he already tried to leave and terminate the agreement with FaZe Clan on grounds of like them breaching the contract, but they rejected the termination of the agreement. So overall, it's very interesting, and it's looking like Tfue is going to leave FaZe, especially when you also take a look at his Twitter account, and apparently he doesn't have FaZe in his Twitter bio anymore, which I think he did in the past. I'm not 100% sure. I just heard that he did. On top of that, if you take a look at his Twitch channel right now when he's offline, he changed his offline screen to this one right here. It used to be the one with like FaZe Clan in it. It was a picture of him with like a FaZe Clan shirt, I believe, but that picture is gone. But yeah, Tfue possibly leaving FaZe. He's probably one of, if not the biggest name in FaZe at the moment, so that's some pretty huge news, but pretty interesting overall. After that though, let's keep it going here with a small little detail, technically, if you want to call it that, but this one was just kind of funny that I wanted to bring it up. We haven't had a ton of, you know, new comments on Reddit from Epic Games employees. I think this is like the main one, or really the only one since our last update video. By the way, if you haven't checked out that update video, we talk a lot about like the new Dark Vertex skin bundle, the console bundle, so be sure to check that out. There's a lot of interesting stuff with that. But yeah, apparently there's this interesting little spot you can go to in Neo Tilted, and thanks to user Icy Smooth on Reddit for pointing this out. But if you go towards this building in Neo Tilted, there's this sign on the side of it, and you can kind of hide behind it. It's an interesting little hiding spot. Your character is fairly hidden. I mean, pretty hidden. Your legs stick out a little bit as well, and you can also go around to this side too, the one with the just build sign. There's a lot of funny signs in Neo Tilted. But yeah, that little hiding spot was found and posted about, and Mr. Popo TFS actually responded to this, which was pretty funny, and that's why I want to bring it up. He had responded with the eyes emoji, the like wide open eyes emoji. So people were like, please don't fix this. It's just kind of a funny little thing. And then he responded again saying, definitely not being removed. I just wanted y'all to know I see you. Happy hiding. So yeah, I just kind of thought that was funny. Usually when Mr. Popo TFS comments on stuff, it's, you know, fixing something that somebody posted about. And this time, you know, it's just keeping something in, something a little bit fun. Kind of reminds me of like when rocket riding was back in the game. So yeah, pretty cool right there. But let's keep it going here with the next thing I want to talk about, which is pretty big, and that is the possibility of a summer event. That's right, guys. Now, this is mainly theories as of right now, but I think it's very, very likely based off of a few different things that we've seen in the past. So we're going to be talking about those things as well as like possible ideas for like skins and stuff, because I think having like summer themed skins and special items, maybe like a back bling, a pickaxe, could be very cool, and we haven't really had a ton of that theme of stuff. And obviously, you know, summer is here. We're getting into it with June just around the corner, July, you know, summertime type stuff. So I think it could very well be possible. So first of all, let's jump into the stuff that I think points towards this, you know, being a possibility. And first of all is the fact that we don't really have a holiday coming up besides obviously like July 4th, but since that's an American holiday, and I don't remember if they did anything last year for it. You know what? I think they added like a special skin that you could get from the item shop. I actually have that one, but I'm pretty sure they didn't do anything special in game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they for sure didn't do like a big event. However, with that being said, instead of doing something for July 4th, they could just do something for the entire entirety of summer and call it like the summer event or something like that. I think that's very, very likely, and maybe there could be like a bunch of summer type stuff and things like that. Now on top of that, another thing I think that could point towards something like this is the Share the Love event. It's been about 3 months since that event, actually over 3 months, more so like 3.5. I believe that event released around 2/7/2019, around that time. I think it actually started February 8th, but that was a big event around Valentine's Day, which again obviously is a holiday, but it was a different kind of event. It lasted a long time and just included a bunch of stuff. There was also that supporter creator reward that you could get, and I'm really hoping they do something like this soon as well. Imagine like a summer themed version of this. Maybe you have like beach ball colors, like stripes and stuff like that. I think that could be very, very cool. So I'm hoping they bring back something like that soon. I know that Tfue had been tweeting about it a while ago. He had put out a tweet that they should bring another reward or something for people who use a supporter creator code. So I definitely think that, you know, it's possible they could do another event like this, and having it for summertime, that would be awesome. Also, it could maybe be around the overtime challenges time of the season. If you remember back then, they had the start of the overtime challenges, the very first one. So maybe if it does happen, it'll happen towards the end of this season where the overtime challenges are as well. So who knows about that? Also maybe double XP weekends like with Share the Love. That would be pretty cool too. Now with that being said, if they do decide to have a summer event, what type of items could you get? Well, obviously you could have like a beach themed spray. Maybe you could have a beach ball back bling. I think that would be very cool. A beach ball back bling. Maybe like a pool noodle pickaxe. That would actually be pretty hilarious. A pool noodle pickaxe. I don't know. Those are just a couple of my ideas, but I'm curious to see. Do you guys have any ideas of like summer themed items and stuff like that? Leave them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. After that then though, I want to talk about a certain skin that was talked about a long time ago and then it was like removed or something like that. But basically, I think it was shown in a creative image recently, and for the life of me, I cannot find that image again, but I remember seeing it. So if you guys know about this image, maybe tweet me about it on Twitter and stuff like that. But I do remember seeing it. It was like in a promo for one of the Fortnite creative maps that was featured, or it was like one of the images for the Fortnite creative maps. But again, I can't find like where I saw this image, but basically I'm talking about the old K-pop skin, and like skintracker.com had posted this pic a long time ago. This picture went around a lot online and like Twitter, Reddit, stuff like that. But as you guys remember, this skin was talked about a very long time ago, so I want to talk about it again because I did remember seeing it in one of the recent like Fortnite creative featured pictures. I don't know if it was like one of those in-game pictures where it like shows the map, but yeah, I do remember seeing it in one of those, so that's why I wanted to bring it up again, because I want to discuss like what happened to this skin. Why has it not been added into like the item shop or something like that? There's a lot of questions around it. Now, since it was shown in that creative image, it's possible that maybe it could actually be coming out soon. However, there is also the possibility that it was instead changed to the iconic skin, since they are very, very similar. They're pretty much the same model. There's just a few differences here and there. Obviously, the colors are a lot different. So honestly, I think that's a possibility, that this maybe was meant to be the iconic skin and then it changed over to the actual iconic skin that we have in game right now. That could make a lot of sense and could be a possibility, but it could also be an item shop skin. So I did want to bring that up. I find it pretty interesting that it was maybe shown in one of those creative images again. But yeah, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Then for the final thing I want to talk about in this video, this is just a real quick reminder that the 9.10 update should be coming either Wednesday or Tuesday, but right now it's looking like Wednesday is the likely date because, you know, by now it would usually like say in game or something like that if it was coming out Tuesday. However, we haven't gotten a preview yet of like what the new item or special thing is going to be for the update. They could be waiting until the Wick's bounty mode is gone to go over that. I remember they used to do it like Sunday night. They used to put up a thing in game about like the new item coming out and stuff like that, which is unfortunate if they changed that. They didn't do it Sunday for the last new item that was added, which was unfortunate. So yeah, hopefully we see something soon, but just wanted to remind you guys that 9.10 is probably coming out this Wednesday as it looks right now. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more Fortnite news in the near future. And on top of that, check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, some more update news going over that new Dark Vertex bundle and more. And then on the right, another fun video I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.